Thanks for coming over here with this link, and I told you that I was going to tell you about the man who got it wrong. We all know that John Adams was a great writer. Ironically, the reason that Thomas Jefferson was chosen to write the Declaration of Independence, even though some wanted Adams to write it, is that Adams thought that he was too controversial. Adams thought the words of the Declaration should be direct and to the point, that someone with more tact should write those words. However, as I said, Adams wrote something else that is wonderful. And sadly, it's been lost in time to all but historians. Our researcher and writer Dennis Daly found those words, and I'd like to share them with you right now. Writing to a friend, John Adams said, quote, "I want a country where my children have the right to a great education. I want a country where they can study agriculture, biology, and engineering, so that their children can study the arts, great paintings, and Greek philosophy. I want their children to study anything they want to make America a better place." Adams knew that this nation needed educated people, but he also knew that the young America needed great thinkers. He wanted a world where his grandchildren and their children could pursue the lives they wanted and not be tied down by old traditions. But Adams did believe in traditions. And when he wrote a friend about the Declaration of Independence, here's what he said: "I know succeeding generations will celebrate this day as the great anniversary festival. It ought to be commemorated as the great day of deliverance by solemn acts of devotion to God Almighty, solemnized with pomp and parade, shows, games, sports, guns, bells, bonfires, and fireworks from one end of this continent to the other, from this time forward forevermore." The importance of this, my friends, is that Adams said, and let me repeat this line, from one end of this continent to the other. Now think about this. John Adams didn't know about California, or Oregon, or Colorado, or even Missouri. Yet he said that the Declaration of Independence should be celebrated from one end of this continent to the other. Did John Adams see the future? If he did, he was truly a great American. But Jimmy, you entitled this talk "The Man Who Got It Wrong." Yeah, I did. But you see, partners, the day that John Adams was talking about was July the 2nd, not July the 4th. You see, July the 2nd was the day the Declaration was finalized. It wasn't signed until the 4th of July. Then it was distributed to everyone. So, the man who got it right, predicting that America would eventually reach from coast to coast, got it wrong when he talked about July the 2nd, not July the 4th. But you know, partners, we need to forgive him, don't we? So another great little known piece of American history has just been told. You know I love you. I love you guys so much it's a sight, and I'm so proud that Dennis brought this teleprompter to me. Yep, we're going to have so much fun in the weeks to come, learning all about little tidbits of things of our founding fathers that you've never heard before. But Dennis reaches down in the archives and brings them up to us. So all I'll say is I love you. Go get 'em, Tigers!